You said what?
Light skinned niggas is up.
Mm.
Niggas
Let's
is
let's
winning
let's
right
talk
now,
about it.
man.
I don't know about light skinned niggas, but Chris Brown is. Chris Brown
Uh,
winning.
Drake is light skinned too, and what
Well,
Drake just did, just
Talk about it.
man, the nigga went from alleged. I mean, it's alleged that he has ghostwriters, but this nigga just ghost wrote for Tupac, and that new AI joint that he let out. So when I first listened to it, man, I was like, Tupac's dead, man. You can't. Can you really bring this nigga back? But then I listened to it about 30 more times, and I was like, man, I like this shit. The fact that he used like a Dr. Dre type West Coast beat, the nigga wrote for Tupac, had Tupac like, questioning Kendrick
mm-hmm.
and telling him what to do. You gotta sleep with this nigga's girl, like all the shit Tupac would have did. And then to do a collab with Snoop Dogg, even though it wasn't Snoop Dogg and Snoop Dogg's alive. Yeah, that
Mm-hmm.
shit was bananas.
Yeah,
That
and that
shit
one
that
is
shit was
that one
really
is called Tailor Made. And,
ah
and on the last time we spoke, you said when we went through all the lines, like the throwback diss tracks and the lines
mhm,
from all the tracks, and we got to hit them up,
yeah.
and you were like, "Man, they were playing that shit on the radio." They
Mhm.
playing Tailor Made on the radio. The Drake diss
Oh,
is
the
being
new one
played on the
is the
radio.
Taylor Made joint.
The AI, yeah, yeah,
So
the Tailor Made freestyle.
so
That shit was on the radio, man. Ninety two
so
point
here we
three.
go. I have mixed feelings about the Taylor Made shit, right? And I thought the whole AI shit was corny as fuck because you bringing up Tupac, you using Tupac who's dead, you using Snoop who's alive, but you can't get him on there, but you got his voice. But the thing that made it creative, where I have to tip my hat to Drake, is that it's just from the creativity side, where fuck that it's AI. It's the fact that you're using two of the biggest names in West Coast hip hop, right? Two of the biggest names in West Coast rap ever to basically calling Kendrick out to come save the West Coast. Like, hey man, we need you to come defeat this dude. That's the creativity that is like, man, like that part right there, that's a touche. Like, okay, I tip my cap to that. But what I will say is this: I have no doubts about it that there are somewhere between 50 and maybe 100 people that are powering whatever Drake is doing. So
Hold on. Powering by powering. Can you explain
by powering,
what
I
you mean?
mean every every move that he's making is being curated
Mm-hmm.
by a
Yeah.
team, right? Drake isn't like in the studio saying like, okay, like this is what hip hop is, and I'm about to take it there. Nah, no, 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 no. Drake understands how bad of a loss he took to Pusha T. All that crying he went on HBO and did, all that shit he did, he don't want to feel that feeling again.
Right.
Especially if he's considered the apex predator, the top of the food chain. And he knows, I don't give a fuck what his fans tell you. Drake, as a fan of the sport, as a fan of hip hop, he understands Meek Mill. took a piece of flesh when he called you out for the ghostwriters. Now, you won that battle because again, Meek Mill doesn't understand the art of war. He didn't know who he was going up against, right? And he's the nigga on Gladiator that when they open the gates and y'all got the battle, he's the first one to charge out and just get his head knocked off. Boom, quick. You never stood a chance, right? Then Pusha T, if what Pusha T did to Drake, he did to any other rapper, career ender, like career's over. He literally hit you with a career ender that your popularity basically saves you from, right? But you know that you took that direct hit from Pusha T. I'm sure that the reason Drake is baiting Kendrick to come out is because he has maybe 4 or 5 songs lined up ready to go right now. He just needs Kendrick to engage so that he can get his shots off. He is doing way too much come out and play. Warriors come out and play shit. Like he is literally every day. Like, hey man, is it gonna be today, Kendrick? Is today the day you're gonna
Mhm.
come out? Are you gonna step outside today, Kendrick? Is I'm just waiting. And he has all his bloggers, academics, Rory and Mal, like all these dudes are pushing this, this biased opinion. And hey man, Kendrick, it's been 3 days. You should have
Hey,
responded
what
48
wasn't
hours ago.
academics wasn't like a little ad lib or whatever added to the end of um the first one that Drake
Yeah.
dropped, like a little sound bite from academics was
Yeah.
added on there or something like that. And they was trying to say that was clever because he
Yeah.
was trying
Yeah.
to get him to, buy into pushing his side of the game. Like, but I mean, it's been said that he's on Drake's
So
side, if you will, anyway.
if so academics, the blogger has a personal page where he gives his personal opinion. I think that is DJ
Mm-hmm.
Academics. Then he has his business page where he's just giving the news, right? Current affairs, pertinent information. That's from Academics.
Mm-hmm.
If you went to Academics page right now, the business page, you would think it was his personal page because he is saying, Kendrick, you fuck boy, come out. You ain't responded in 5 days.
Mm.
It's like, hold on, bro. Like, I get it. You want to, but again, it show it goes to it speaks to how powerful Drake is. Academics just wants to be down, right? I have an opportunity to attach myself to the most powerful person in hip hop. I feel like he's in a battle that he can't lose. I'm gonna attach myself to him, like, but it goes to show like how it makes you respect Pusha T more because Pusha T was fighting a battle that he almost couldn't win, and he still knocked this motherfucker out, right?
But that's
And now
because
Kendrick,
that's
even though
because
Kendrick,
Drake underestimated Pusha T.
So in other words, Drake was like Devin Haney and Pusha T was Garcia.
We really going there.
Brian Garcia,
We really going there.
Nah, I'm
say
fucking
that.
around.
You can say
I'm
that.
fucking around. I'm fucking around. Hey, real quick though, before we go too far, y'all, both of y'all said something about the AI, right?
Mhm.
Um, I'm gonna add to that and say I think it was clever because you had, and I think Ubang even mentioned this. You had a lot of people saying, "Man, it's cats out here throwing out they diss tracks to test the waters, and then they'll claim that it's AI if it's not well received,
Yeah.
right?" But you had Drake dropping that shit on his own page, and it was a few elements that were knocked out the box right there. So niggas say he had ghostwriters. Then you got him basically ghostwriting for two people, like Kevin said, and you got him using AI, where he's like, "Nigga, y'all talking about AI? Yeah, and I'm using AI, and I'm letting it be known because I'm posting it on my page, so it's no doubt." So all of that shit that everybody been talking about, AI and ghostwriting and all that shit. I'm hitting all that shit in one whop, and I'm turning that burner up a little bit. It was on low.
It
Now
was
I'm
simmering.
clicking that bitch to medium. You hear
Yeah.
that tick 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 tick. Now it's on low. Now this motherfucker's on medium. Now it's like what's
So
popping? And Kendrick Kendrick got this shit started just off of a few lines in his verse, right? Off of like that, he got the party started. J. Cole peeked in the door and said, "It's too much smoke in here, y'all niggas. I got to get out." And then
my asthma kicking
Right,
in.
right before 420, he saw the smoke. It
yeah,
was like, let me hop out.
yeah. So Rick
Yeah.
Ross and Kevin, you said you liked that song. We were talking about that the
Yes.
last time. Rick Ross threw his hat in. Drake, obviously now Drake has dropped two, right? Kendrick technically has not dropped one. He hasn't dropped
No.
one diss track.
Right.
Am I right or wrong? Like
No, you're right.
he spit some shit in his verse, but he has not dropped a diss track yet.
I,
So
I need. Oh, I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
I need to know if Drake is right about the Swifties. Is Taylor Swift pushing his stuff back with her
Hey,
album release? I need to know.
No, that's a cool line.
yeah.
I,
Like I said, there's a machine behind Drake. Make no
absolutely.
doubt about it. There's this is an unfair fight. Every fight Drake has been in has been an unfair fight. I looked at now 50 Cent,
Hmm.
right? And one day we can have a conversation about 50 Cent. I think that he has used the downfall of other black celebrities to um, to market his TV shows, his brands. Right? If you look at 50 Cent, he just hops on the internet, and whoever's getting drugged in the media, he just throws some witty, clever shit, some funny shit about him to laugh at him, and he'll get a million people to like it and say, "Oh, 50's a bully. Don't mess with 50. You don't want to get into a fight with 50. Whatever, whatever." Notable that 50 just opened up
Second biggest
his
studio.
own
Yeah, the studio.
the studio,
Yeah,
right? In
yeah.
Shreveport. Okay. So he opened that up, and lo and behold, Drake drops the disc, and 50 said, "Oh shit, it's over. It's over." When you hear, I've heard this before, and it doesn't end well. You know what I'm saying? And he said something to the. Let me. Matter of fact, let me see what. I don't want to misquote. I don't want to misquote this man. So if y'all could bear with me, give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm about to go to 50 Cent page right
We
now.
we should have knew.
Okay, so here it
Okay.
goes.
We should have known what.
So he said,
Oh, go ahead, Devon.
he said, he said, okay, in my professional expert opinion on this matter, leave this man alone. I've seen this movie before. It will not end well. You disagree? Okay, then where your shit at, boy? You talking to Kendrick? I thought y'all was label mates at one time. Y'all was both under Dre, right? You've done songs with Kendrick. You've done no songs with Drake. But again, it just goes to show 50 Cent is trying to align himself with the power players as he tries to move forward and pick up, more influence, more fans. Like, what makes you say something like that to Drake? In my expert opinion on this matter, leave this man alone. I've seen this movie before. If you saw the movie before, you know that Pusha T fucked his shit up. So what are we talking about here?
So so so
50.
so what
It's
what has you
so what I'm
what
saying
has you
is
saying that it's clearly he's saying leave Drake alone and not leave because he said where your
because
shit
in the
at,
post,
that part?
no, because in the post, he's playing Drake's
Mm, mm.
song. He's
Yeah.
playing the
Okay,
Taylor
I
Made
got you.
song.
I got you.
He's playing the Taylor Made song, and that's the caption, right? And then he says, um, Okay, you disagree, okay, then where your shit at, boy?
Okay.
Like, so again, I'm saying that to say you see that 50 is trying to become a power player, right? So he's trying to align himself with Drake. But it still lines up that Drake has those huge fan bases that are clinging to him. So like everybody is saying, like, hey man, if Kendrick don't respond in the next 15 hours, man, just consider it a loss.
Yeah,
You
but
get what I'm saying? Like
they
it's
were
just
saying this is what I'll say to that part though. They were saying that shit about Drake, right? And and it was, even you said, Ubang, all his fans was throwing out excuses of why he hadn't responded. He's on tour, he don't got the time, he don't have to stoop down, so to speak, to this nigga's level. This nigga ain't, all whatever excuse or whatever reason was put out there. So now the tables have turned because he has put some shit out there. And the thing is, everybody is always like, you only is as good as your latest performance, right? But you've had multiple things happen
mm,
since then. But it's so, everybody's fickle. Like we're all in that atmosphere where it's the microwavable shit, I call it. Like it's instant.
Instant.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants the instant. And at first it was like, oh shit, this nigga Kendrick, oh shit. Then as soon as J. Cole put some shit out, it's like, this nigga J. Cole responded, oh shit. And it was like, this nigga Drake is losing. Now Drake put some shit out. And it's like, oh shit, this nigga Drake. Oh, this nigga Drake. Every time somebody does something, they gonna be like, all right, now this nigga is putting the pressure on. So I would just sit tight, man. Let this nigga
Prisoners
Kendrick
of the
put out.
moment.
Yeah, let the nigga Kendrick put out what he gonna put out. I feel like he's gonna put something out. I don't know if people doubt that he will at this point. I think he gonna come back and say something. I mean, you sparked the shit, so why not? It would be it would be a knock on his
you
situation if he did not pause, if he did not come back.
Respond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he doesn't respond,
you
then
want to
it's
hear
kind of
you want
like,
to hear the
nigga.
And Ubong.
you want to hear the funny
50
you want to hear the funny shit though?
huh? What's up? Oh, I was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
50's been behind Drake for a little while. So like when Drake dropped that drop and give me 50, uh 50 Cent tweeted and he put it on Twitter, had a picture of Drake with the braids and was like, all you niggas getting smoked by a light skinned nigga. Y'all better get high as a motherfucker and come up with something. And he's, addressing everybody.
But I
So
think the but I think the but I think the see I think and again 50's beef with Rick Ross is so petty that anybody that I guess aligns with Rick Ross,
against Rick
he
Ross.
finds
Oh yeah, okay. Well, yeah, with him. Yeah,
against
I
Rick
got
Ross,
you.
he finds a way to support, right? Or anybody that aligns with Rick
Yeah.
Ross, he'll try and, go after or
Throw
whatever.
shots or whatever.
So, and correct. What I was gonna say about the Kendrick thing and it being dated and this whole back and forth is the song itself spent 3 weeks
Hmm.
at number one, right? And I think it still may chart at number one for like its fourth week. So whether people haven't stopped listening,
The like
people are
that or
still
dropping
streaming,
give me
people are
50.
still listening to yes,
Okay.
nah, the like that. So and I think finally, I think drop and give me 50 is about to um outstream it now, but like it's still being listened to. People are still
Hmm.
playing it. You know what I'm saying? So you can say what you want, but it's not losing. That song itself is not losing any steam whatsoever, and that more than anything probably hurts Drake as far as like, damn, like this song is still on the front of people's mind. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm rooting for Kendrick because I feel like he's the underdog in the situation, and he's the underdog in the situation, and I know what Drake has behind as far as his team goes. He has, the sweatshop is, no applicants, no more applications. We're at full capacity. We're not hiring anybody else. We got every desk is full, every cubicle got somebody, working around the clock to make sure that we have every disc. We pull every string. So we'll see how it plays out. But I'm glad that Kendrick is kind of like taking his time with it. I think the funny thing, you asked us before the show started, were there any more disses? Kanye jumped back in the ring with a remix to Like
The
That,
remix.
um, which is just being Kanye. But again, him and Drake have had this long standing love hate relationship, so I don't really know what to call it or how to view it. But yeah, I think he threw a couple shots at J. Cole, some shots at Drake as well. So I thought that was fun.